Welcome to our today's presentation and our group coaching session. I'm your host, Maratip, and we will conduct a series of our discovery sessions about who we are, who I am, and what is our voice. And in this series, we are starting our part three. So if you haven't watched part one and part two, you can join and subscribe our YouTube channel where you can watch the recording of first two parts as well. So this part three is very important, and the content which we are going to cover, we will have a quick overview of part one and part two. Then we will continue to part three, uh, and we will do some whiteboard a teaching practice through my iPad, and I will share my screen with you. Then we will learn about, shared about some social mirrors. We will watch something related to disempowerment and empowerment dimension in our life, especially in contribution of in relationship building or breaking the relationship. Then we will also discover how we can discover through our passion, fear, and nature of fearlessness to make us courageous. So this part will specifically focus on passion, how we can passionate, or if we are not living with our heart, what the consequences will be, and how we can discover our emotional nature of dimension, and how we can discover in terms of our discovery, in terms of heart, in terms of emotions, in terms of passionate, or at the same time vice versa, how we are breaking our relationships, uh, what the gaps in ourselves in order to become passionate in our life, in terms of nurturing the relationships, in terms of productivity at our jobs and business, and also uh, to become a happy person in our life. So there are some discoveries we will share and we will discuss all together. Uh, so let's going forward. I'm going to overview about our part one. We discussed in part one specifically about identity crisis, and there are four paradigms which we discuss in part one as a example and case study. Paradigm A as a scientist, paradigm B as a spiritual or mystic being, paradigm C as a evolutionary or adventurous being, and paradigm D as an entrepreneur or business person being. And then we try to discover who we are. We also try to discuss who we are in terms of nurturing, uh, and how we are product of our grandparents, our ethnic, our race, our family, uh, as a male, female, as a American or Chinese or Arab, or as a politician or millionaire, or as a mother, or as a Christian, Muslim, Hindu, Buddhist, etc. So how we have been identify ourselves through our society and our world where we live as a part of our planet. We discuss in terms of nature as well. We made by atoms, molecules, DNA, genes, and we think that we are product of our nature. Um, our coding in our genes have made us, and our family have some positive and negative things. Uh, that comes from our genes, especially our mental or physical illness comes from our family, our race, our ethnic, or from my ancestors. Uh, and whether we are wrong or right, we need to learn. We need to find ourselves. That's the whole mystery of this presentation. And from there, we have some self-limiting belief. Then in the part two, we discuss very important things that are we product of our actions, what we do in this world, in terms of as a housewife or as a house husband or as a entrepreneur person, as a 5 to 9 job doer, a person who does the job from 9 to 5. Um, what I do, how people identify me in terms from my action, and my identity is my action, what I do. So that we discussed, and we judge everyone, and we try to be judged by some people through our action, and we think that we are because what we do, isn't it? And then we discuss, no, actually it's not. We are what our thoughts are. I'm product of my thoughts. That's a paradigm about ourselves. My whole paradigm in my mind, uh, I have thousands of thoughts in my mind. Like, do you know how many thoughts a one person think every day on average, according to latest statistics? Anybody knows? Around 70,000 thoughts average person thinks a day. So you are controlled by your thoughts every second, every microsecond. That's mostly or almost every person thinks. Whether it is true or not, or whether it should be or not, that's apart from this. We are not judging at the moment. We are just discussing, and I'm giving you some reality checks or the reality thoughts at the moment. This is very powerful. For example, who I am. I am Maratip, and I think I have made some certain pattern who I am, how I look like, how I speak, how I act, how I build a relationship or break the relationship, how I do jobs. Through that's all knowledge I know through my thoughts. I have given a definition of each and everything, and that's I am. Isn't it? It's very interesting, but it's not true. That's I'm judging at the moment. Uh, but this is not our topic at the moment. I'm just giving you a overview. Then it's very important we discussed in last thing that are we product of our emotions? Our emotion, we make ourselves happy, we become sad, become angry, become jealous. We start to compare ourselves, and that reflects on our mind, our body. We are continuously in depression. We get frustrated. We have anxiety, especially if we are separated from iPhone, isn't it? Many people, the latest research showing that if we separate our phone from ourselves for a couple of hours, then the anxiety start to appear on our body. We becomes, and especially in many countries, there are many clinics where doctors are trying to separate the devices, the smartphone devices, not from children, not from teenagers, but adults, but from even parents. It's our own growing emotional attachment with our smartphone. So, let's come to our paradigm that are we, my identity, who I am, is defined by my emotions. Many people think that I'm an angry person. I'm a very jolly person. I'm a very serious person. I am a very principle-based person. Because all the I'm a very calm person, or children, or related to children. So that's is my identity. So it's very much factual as well. But is it the question is it the actual? There is a big difference between factual and actual. My whole purpose of coaching session is to tell you about actualization, about actual things, not the factual things. That's a very important thing because facts can be distorted, facts can be biased, facts can be on some specific agendas, but actual things never tell lies. It always gives you truth, isn't it? But again, that thing is not the topic for today. Let's go further for our session for today. So this is the overview. It took around 10 to 15 minutes um, to give you a brief overview of the previous what we discussed. Yeah, and 1 second. Let me show you some slide. So during the session, if somebody wants to speak or have any question, please raise your hand. I will allow you to unmute yourself, or if you can't unmute yourself, please let me know through chat box. I will unmute you. It's a two-way session. I'm not your teacher. I'm not to teach you something, but we are discussing with each other and we are sharing with each other. So please feel free to speak, or if somebody wants to speak a verbal or non-verbal as well, I'm happy to put on a video on for you. For safety and security reason, all people are mute and nobody is showing the video for the privacy and safety reason. But you are very welcome to unmute yourself or put yourself on a video, no problem. So let me took you on the session. Okay, yeah. Right. I will skip these things, and many people, they already know. That we all discussed already. Right. So let's start our original content of today's. Um, and that is my one of the favorite and pit image which gives me direction. That's taken from Dr. Stephen R. Covey's famous book, The Eighth Habit of Highly Effective People. Oh, sorry, I'm very sorry. The Eighth Habit from Effectiveness to the Greatness. I have put on my cupboard as well. This is the, I don't know whether you can see it. This is the legendary book. Um, and this is the image I took from this, and some of the images which I use in my presentation from that book as well. Obviously, this is not for business purpose. This is just for informational sharing purpose. So we know that we are product of our talent, our need, physical need, that or financial need, or our conscious from our spiritual point of view, uh, from our passion, from our heart point of view. Yeah, when these four things meet all together, connects all together, that forms a matrix or nexus. Dr. Stevens says where all four things meets each other, where all intelligences connects with each other. For example, talent belongs to mental intelligence, is a function of mind. Need belongs to my body, physical intelligence. Also, my financial intelligence related to my finance. Passion related to my relationships, related to what I want. That is a topic for today, actually. And conscious or spiritual intelligence. Through all four, when they meet all together, our unique voice generates or speaks or show through our body or our attitude or through our action or through our passion or through our thoughts. So this voice is your unique voice. But before discovering your voice, you need to discover your natural talent. Before discovering your voice, you need to know how much money you need, how much money you have. You need to know about your physical intelligence. Before finding your natural voice, you need to know what passionate you, what resonate you, what make you crazy. And your conscious, who is your guiding power, what resonate in terms of your spiritual and intelligence, what makes you give you the sense which is a very small voice within yourself, that conscious needs to develop and needs to know. Then you will able to find your voice. That voice actually is our main target of whole thing, whole series of this who I am. You cannot find yourself until you will discover these four things. Your talent, your IQ level. There are so many pattern and tools and softwares and assessment methods are in market. You can find, you can discover your talent from them. But we will also discover in my this series of who I am. Your need, which is referring to the physical needs, which also belongs to your fitness level, your energy level of your body, how fit you are physically. And also it refers to your financial status, how rich you are, because we are living in a world where we can maintain our physical body, where we are living our house based on our financial status, our financial capacity, isn't it? That's very important. That's why many rich people who are financially independent, they are more close to find their voice, or they usually discover their voice more quickly, because the resources which they need to find themselves naturally needs money. And that's a irony, that's a tragedy, that old people have not able to fulfill their needs. Hence, they are difficult to find their voice. But that's not the criteria. But this is one of the dimensions for many people. Yeah. So, and the same thing is about our conscious. Everybody, they belongs to different philosophy, they belongs to different religion and culture, or from there they find the guidance about their life. If that guidance which gives them the right sense uh, of right and wrong, and they know that where they need to get their passion, how they need to live, what that sort of talent they need to nourish and flourish, and they need to learn through different diplomas and certification from degrees, and until they will not get the phenomena of voice, who I am, I cannot find it. So I cannot find who I am. So that's the thing which we need to really work. And in this session, we will specifically focus only on passion, only this at the moment, because this passion influence on all other three things, and hence influence on my voice. So this passion we are going to explore today, very specifically, because this passion belongs to my emotion. That passion makes me sad or make me happy. Whether I am a delightful or whether I am a fearful, whether I am a good in terms of other people, or whether I am a bad person in other people's eye or even in my eye. So whether I am fulfilling my goals, my mission, or my purpose of life or not, that's all belongs to my passion feature. That's very, very important, because until you are not passionate, you cannot empower yourself. You need to empower yourself by motivating yourself. Then you will be able to fulfill your goal of your life or goals of your life in many roles. Then which type of talent you need to develop, you need to work on, which type of subjects or degrees or diplomas or certification or employment opportunity you need to pursue, that your talent will tell. But your talent is occupied or under influence of your passion of your life in certain areas. So until you will not find your passion, or you don't discover what resonates you, what you good at, what makes you in timelessness state, you cannot decide what sort of education you need. Is very correlated with the talent. So usually the students in college and in schools and universities, they actually learning those subjects which they find themselves very passionate. So for example, if some people are very creative, they will be in a fine and arts type of departments in their schools and colleges, isn't it? If some people are very like a theologian side of thing, and in a philosophical uh, type of debates and these things, they will be in philosophy or religious or anthropological type of studies, isn't it? So and some people who are very passionate to become a millionaire, to become a rich people, in this world, so they can fulfill their needs and other type of things. So what they are flourishing their talents. Obviously, they will be in our business schools. They will be doing master in business administration, diplomas in BBA, because they need to earn money. So that's passionate is very important, and that we will focus on this passion. So don't underestimate the passion. I will give you some secrets, what the behind in passion, what you know at the moment, or maybe some people know about. And many people know what we good at or what we are not good at it. Actually, it's not an easy thing. That's a very subjective thing. So we need to know really what is our passion of life, or a bundle of passions. So that's we will focus on this, and we are focusing now. Forget about talent, forget about your physical need, forget about your conscious need or your conscious dimension. Just focus on passion. And in passion, we need to focus on these things. Number one, social mirrors. Then disempowerment, empowerment. Then nurturing the relationship through empathy and other through things. How we become a passionate and fearless and courageous. That we will going to achieve now. It's a very important. That's all belongs to our passion, our emotions, our heart, our relationship with objects, with other people. So I'm going to discuss now, and I invite you to participate, to give your comment what we are going to discuss now through different images. So I will ask you to unmute yourself, and you can speak whatever you want to speak. Until you will not ask question, you cannot learn. You cannot earn the real meanings of those things which you are passionate about. So I strongly encourage to participate. Even you have a raw thought, because first you will have a raw thought, then you will purify until you will get some conclusion and a meaningful things. So let's going towards discovery of our passion. If you see this, it's a very millionaire, $1 million saying. Quote start: when men found the mirror, they began to lose their souls. Inverted commas, finish, quote finish. This is the very spiritual and the soul and roots based thing. I want you to focus on this thing and try to understand meaning of this thing, and also understand what areas of your life relates with this quote, and then we will be able to understand why I am not passionate, or what makes me passionate in my personal life, in my matrimonial or family life, or in my other life dimensions. So I want to invite all of you, before I will give you some understanding about this thing. So you can share what you are perceiving from this image. What is giving you meaning? Yes, Zara, you can please.
Yeah. Hi. Actually, what I understood, because during my journey of self-discovery, I can relate to this, thing. I couldn't see myself into the mirror. Like I couldn't face myself into the mirror. I couldn't look into my eyes into the mirror. So when I tried discovering it, and I came to, realize many points. So coming to this quote, this actually tells me that because of the mirror we are so into looking into the outside world, or the way people see us, and we lack, the insight. Like for example, it's saying that we began to lose their they began to lose their souls. It means we got detached from the inside, the within that we had, and we started looking at the world, or we started looking towards ourselves through the like, the mirrors we had, the people we had around us. That's what I think after reading this
Thank you very
quote.
much. Thank you. Excellent. I will come back to you on this. Thank you.
Sure, sure.
Yes, Ifzal.
Yes, I think according to this quote and regarding to the emotional intelligence, social mirroring, my understanding is, in the community, in our day-to-day life, I think it depends how the other people, if you are focusing on something or if you are looking at something, how the other people are looking into that thing and how you are looking into that thing. That's the make the difference between me and between the other people. How I am how the other people they are looking something and how I am looking something. So that difference of the this different experiment between me and between the other people. If the so it's mean if I am
There's
looking same as the other people are looking, so there's a no difference. I am not going to find my voice. But if I am looking something different, the other people are looking differently, so then
there's
I will be able to understand and I will be able to find my voice through me.
Good. Thank you very much. Excellent. Um, yes, Stefano, if you can participate, you are very welcome.
Hi everyone. I don't know exactly. Maybe we are when we look in the mirror. Maybe we are too narcissist. We believe too much in ourselves, and we lose our time. Try to make ourselves better, beautiful. Take this one.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you for. Hi, Jenny. Do you want to participate? What do you perceiving from this quote and from this image?
Well, first of all, my computer logged me off in the middle of the class, and I said no because I love this class.
Oh,
So I'm not like I'm joining back because I had to restart to get back onto the class. So your question is, what do you see when you look at this mirror? Is this photo right here?
yeah.
Vanity
You
of this
see?
photo. This photo looks like vanity to me. But I missed what you said, so I don't know.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much for compliment. Let's try to understand. Um, like Stefano and Zahra and Ifzal explain also in more or less similar and with little different point of view as well. All are very well, especially Zahra explain the crux of the soul of this message behind this, that we in this world where we are living in 21st century, on an individual level or on in office or in a social level, we are indulged and we only focus on our physical appearance. We try to think and perceive the world from a very superficial level, uh, and that gives and mostly gives us deception that deceives us. And therefore, because what we are not what we look like, for example, maybe someone looks very beautiful person from the physical point of view, or maybe they have they are PhD or highly degree holder, or maybe they are very rich and belongs to some aristocratic background, or maybe they are celebrity. That's their outer look to the world, or maybe for herself, for himself. Therefore, but the question is, what they are looking from the outer world, are they from inside the exactly the same? Or maybe the inner self is something different and outer world is something different. That is a tragedy and the dilemma in this world, because our personality ethics do not match with our character ethics. So our character is far more different from what we are trying to portray ourselves in our eye and in others people. So everything is connected, but there is a big gap. Like the Zahra said, that there's a big gap. We couldn't identify ourselves from inside because we are continuously watching ourselves in a mirror. That's mirror in a literally sense as well, but also from other point of view as well. Especially how my physical beauty, how other people should perceive me, my personality, not as a beautiful person or beautiful face or beautiful body, but also in terms of a rich person, but also as a highly intelligent person. So actually, we are giving our definition in other people's hand. So this mirror actually giving us a very deep meaning. Imagine if you are living in somewhere where you never seen yourself. Imagine. And you are talking with some other person in that environment. What things you try to impact on other person in that scenario? Obviously, you don't know who you are because you never seen a mirror. Therefore, you never seen your outer beauty, or maybe you are not beautiful or whatever. But if you are meeting someone, what things you will try to project from your side to other person on that meeting, because you never seen yourself or you don't know how you look like. So obviously, because these will not be focusing point when you will be meeting or talking with someone, because you will not try to portray that how you are look like beautiful, or how you look like a muscular man, or how you will be look like a rich person's um, type of get-up you are adopting. So on that meeting, what you will trying to do? You will be trying to speak or impacting on other person what you have inside, what your soul is actually feeling, and that will communicate with that person. Imagine that person will not be impressed with your face beauty, your muscular man type of ability, or your aristocratic getup, but only that person will resonate or feel your inner soul. And that's happened in certain relationship. When you meet them, instead of their words or sentences or their language, you resonate with their presence. And that happens in many times when we are sitting with are very dear relationships. For example, um, our parents, and sometimes our very dear teachers, or sometimes our spiritual or religious gurus or master, or sometimes a very influential celebrity, which is also have the same inner, like he look or she looks from outer way. Is enough how we want to sit in their meeting, in their presence. We just, their presence itself speaks.
Yeah, correct.
So their presence, and we, it is like it's, their presence is healing us. So because they never see a mirror, they never try to see how they look like, because they are in very natural what they are, and they are very passionate about what they were supposed to do, and that's why you are influenced by them, rather than they I mean, they are not from a show business world. They are not from where everything counts from the outer side, but they are from a real world, because they try to portray, or they try to impact you from the soul dimension, what they are real. So that's why many bad people, they become very bad, because they try to be, they don't try to become hypocrite. They, what they are, they want to show at least they are better than hypocrites who are bad from inner side, but they try to be very pious from outside. So in this scenario, many bad people are much better than a good looking people. So that is a dilemma and tragedy. That gives you the sense who you are if you don't watch or see the mirror. You know, many people, this is something which I'm friendly speaking here. Many people, they take a lot of time in front of mirror, in front of cameras. They are like, um, or they want impact on other people, so other people praise their, about their knowledge, about their status, about their face beauty or muscular beauty, or something, and they are like illness, and that creates the psychological disorder in those type of people, and they are increasing, especially in presence of social media, where we try to give other people message that I'm like this person, but actually we are not inside like this person. Many people, they try to say they are very modest, but actually they are not modest from their heart or from their soul point of view. Or many people, they try to portray themselves as something else, and actually they are from something else in a real thing. So that's what I'm trying to say, that our topic or the at this stage is we follow social mirrors. And the why, there is a reason why we do this. Now the question is, we understand. Now the question is why we do this, because we follow the social mirrors. Because other people are trying to impact their personality or character through these type of stunt, this type of hypocrisy, this type of things. That's why I'm doing this. So because the first time I was influenced with her or him, because he or she was like this, so now I will copy him or her, and now I will follow the social mirror. Why I want to become, let's say, the celebrity Leonardo DiCaprio, why I want to become a Kate Winslet, why I want to become a Madonna, why I want to become, because they impacted me on a first time. And whether I don't know whether they were really, they are, so now I'm under in their charisma. So let's I will try to portray my outer world like the way they were, or I saw them in some character. So that's why we are in that thing. So why? Because why I'm look like I'm wearing this type of cloth where I belongs to poor family. Why I'm wearing, or I'm wearing or adopting some lifestyle which I don't belongs to. Why would like to rent a Rolls Royce or very expensive car where I do not belongs to. I want to show my friend and family that look, I have these type of lifestyle where I don't belongs to, because that have I am following social mirrors, and that social mirrors, because my culture is driving me. My in this stage, my inner heart is not driving me. Actually, the outer world is driving me. So what the real message of this image is, I am defining by my mirror, not defining by my soul or my passion, what I have actually. So that's why we cannot identify ourselves, because we continuously watching ourselves in other people's eye. We continuously watching ourselves in the mirror, and that's duplicity is creating. That's why new type of diseases and psychological disorder are discovering by many doctors, that that we behave in certain situation differently and in certain situation differently, because we are portraying ourselves in many roles. So that's the thing, we follow we are very much following the social mirrors. So um, sorry if I took a time for you to elaborating this concept, but that's very much related with the subject who I am. And Dr. Stephen Covey, in the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, that book actually was really pointing out this phenomena, that because we do not focus on our character building, we mostly focus on our personality building.
Mm,
That's
correct.
why we are in a unhappy mode, or what we call it in a duplicity mode all the time, even till we die, or at the last stage in our old age, we are very dissatisfied with ourselves, what we have spent, because of this nature of thing. Whether we look good or bad, or we good are or bad are, we don't care, or we should not care. Otherwise, we will um, be giving the wrong messages to public. And why we want to give the wrong message? Because we are under we did not listen our heart. That's we did not follow our heart, our natural passion, our really those aspects which were empowered from make our empowered from inside. So excuse me, these are the things which are really thing. Uh, yes, Zara.
Actually, to support this argument, I had a incident from this book, The 7 Habits. I myself, I was going through a tough time while raising my son back in 2017, because there was a major in 2016, by the way, there was a major change in his education system, because from an Arab majority school he was moved to a premium school, British school. So what happened was he was not able to cope up with the the change in the status, the change in the education style, and the teachers and the friends and everything. So I was really worried that what can I do possibly to make him understand. So while reading the first lesson of this book that you are mentioning, I came to realize that this man also, the one who wrote the book, he mentioned that he faced the exactly same issue. One of his son, maybe you have read and you
Yeah.
can relate to that, that his son was not acting properly in the school, was not doing up to the mark as per his expectations.
Yeah.
So then he came to realize that the past 50 or 100 years of his research says that the psychology has been evolved in the last 50 years, because we have been moved from character building to personality building, because we are working towards the marketing, from the marketing point of view, that we want the thing to be sold to others, and we are not going to the the moral values of the thing. So he said the day I understood that I stopped bothering my son to behave a certain way. I wanted him to appear in front of the guests, whereas I let him nourish at his own pace. So this is what I also did, and I can see the difference in my son.
That's correct. Absolutely. That's a very spot. You put this incident, and that's
Yeah,
a very
thank you.
relevant thought.
Thank you.
Very relevant thought. So that's the reality picture which we are trying to perceive and understand, that how we have reshaped our lives beyond our reality, and that have not only we are deceiving the other people, but we are deceiving ourselves, and we are damaging ourselves not to following our heart, our natural things which we are good at, and we need to proud of these things, whether we belongs to poor socio-economic problem, or whether we belongs to some any some bad things I have. No problem, no, doesn't matter. As far as if we have a feeling that we need to improve, or we need to develop or remove that bad thing in myself, everything is fine. But if we are trying to portray something different, like Zara has mentioned, incident about admission in a different school or different type of system, and how she cope, or how she was facing that tragedy. We have to overcome this, but we cannot overcome, or we cannot be courageous to take out ourselves in this situation until we are very committed from our side, from inner side. Then we can make some brave steps, because this thing is very much related to courage of the person. And once we take the step to being courage, um, then we we can follow the real reality and make the right and wise decision, and that makes us not only happy, really spiritually delightful as well. So if once we follow the social mirrors, so this happens. Everybody is running towards the same thing, where some celebrity or some real role model, a parent role model are asking you to go. Everybody, our society is running towards those things. Everybody is saying, oh, there is a money in that area or in that profession. Let's go for adopting or that profession, work in that profession or industry. Regardless what I am good at, regardless what I am passionate about, everybody is running towards. They just follow the fingers of the media or market people. And that's how the market in our societies are dragging us to go there without that thing. Or there is a other meaning of that picture as well, that once we are passionate, we are following our own natural talent, our own um, soul, then everybody will follow or should follow their soul. That finger is actually your passion. And once you decide, or once you have discovered yourself first time or one or single time, then you will never be deviate. The big thing is, if you are diverted by some other things once you discover yourself, so it means that you are not courageous. It means you haven't discovered yourself yet. Once the person knows who she or he is, then nobody should distract or deviate that person. That is a reality check you can do as well. So this gives you whether disempowered yourself or empowered yourself. If these things are giving you disempowered, obviously you are not following your passion. You are not following your heart, and the vice versa as well. Or if you have this feeling of really disempowerment, so that person is trying, has lost actually his or her voice, and now he or she is very scared, and he is trying to show other people that's I am. Actually, that person is not what she or he is trying to portray, because he is or she is very disempowered, because she, on a first realization, she did not focus what she was meant to, or even she knows that what she is good at. When other people try to portray her in a different way at a workplace, on a personal level, and that's she got confused, and that's she will live ever disempowered life, because of she did not follow her heart, her passion, what she was good at, what she was resonate at since from your childhood, or when she tried to discover herself, or even if she has discovered at the later stage of their life. That's even good, because the rest of the life she will feel all the time empowerment, with empowerment feeling. So it doesn't matter what stage of life you discover yourself. The more important thing, once you know what is the reality, just dedicate yourself with that. Never listen to anyone, even yourself. Sometimes your mind or your brain try to deceive you. And that's sometimes your brain give you the wrong identity, you know. So many times because your mind pattern, your thinking pattern inside your brain may mislead you as well, because that's very much is a thought of society. But once you listen your heart after doing some practice or some unique things, then you will understand and you will rediscover yourself and give you the right meaning who you are. Nevertheless, how you were nurtured by your grandparents or your family or your society or your city or your country, you will not care for these things. What you will care what you are good at, and what is your really voice is, and what your heart speaks about. Yes, Jenny, you were saying something? Hi, Jenny.
No, I didn't say anything.
Okay, I think your mic is unmute. I thought you wanted to speak.
Oh,
Apologize
sorry.
for that.
I'll mute it back.
Apologize about that. That's okay. So, like this, when you discover yourself, when you know that who you are, who I am, then you start to build relationship unconsciously, because you are very clear from inner side, and you don't hesitate to go someone's head to understand who he or she is. That's why the quality relationships only achieved, or many times achieved, when you are clear from your heart and you have known yourself, because you have acknowledged this reality about yourself. That's why you will go someone's head. You will start to build relationship. That's why honest people always find honest people, because they will identify other people as like themselves. And even if other people have some weaknesses or some other things, wrong things as well, you will influence on them, and not deliberately influence being an influential person, but they will take a right things from you. It's like when you go to some perfume shop, even though you were not intent to have smell a particular uh, fragrance, you will still have a very nice feeling from that shop. And when you will come out, you will definitely take a nice fragrance with you. No matter you wanted to buy something, or that seller wanted to sell something to you will remain with these type of fragrance. The same thing when you are a passionate and smiling and delightful person, the other people will take a good things from you, like a fragrance, and that will other people will share the lot of things with you, and that will be nurturing the great relationships. The same thing, uh, so so you know that who, what they're talking about, what they're feeling about, what they are in pain, what type of pain they are. So they are very much related with your heart. And that's the passionate people who are doing some mission oriented jobs, or they have dedicated their lives with some certain mission. Um, in terms of charity industry, they are working in charity industry, they are working maybe as a politicians, or they are working as a celebrity, but a unique celebrity in that country or in city. They really feel the pain of other. Same thing, they really feel the happiness of other people, of their followers, or their nation, if they are belongs to some celebrity or founding father type of thing, like Americans 13 founding fathers 300 years ago. They were so influenced upon the nation, upon America, so they built great manifestation for the rest of the Americans, which they led for next 200 years. The same thing, Winston Churchill in UK, he influenced he influenced millions of Britishers after losing Second World War, so that he knew that what the people of Britain needed, and the other people took the message from him, and it became a two-way relationships, because he knew that what my land needs. That's why they start to achieve, and that's what we have. We currently in we are witness a Great Britain. in 21st century. The same thing with India, when Mahatma Gandhi influenced millions of people of subcontinent, and they took the freedom from British rulers on that time. That relationship, because Mahatma Gandhi was a great person, an influential person who was following his heart only, that resonate the people of of India to liberate uh, from the Britisher. So that's phenomena does not happen. That um, revolution does not happen on a nation level, but it starts from individual level. When everyone, or when people start to speak what their heart is feeling, they follow what they feel empowered in those things. They live or they feel those relationships which they want to be empathized with them. So that's a very important message for this who I am or who we are. Then we don't hesitate to take bold step like this gentleman. He is jumping from one top of a cliff from to other, and many great people do like these type of stunts. Have you seen many fearless people in the world? Because they are very clear and they know that what they're good at, and they do they want to challenge themselves. They never hesitate to not to take challenge, because they are very passionate. And other people, they think that, oh, they are crazy. Oh, I'm sure they have some mental problem. But actually they are not crazy on a superficial level, what I'm talking about. Yes, they are crazy about their life, because now they are in enjoying mode all the time, because they are following what they're passionate about. They are following what their heart is speaking with them all the time. Under, obviously, when I say that following the heart, I means under influence of their mind, their spirit, their body, all together as well. It does not mean single heart cannot do anything without a living mind. Um, if a passionate person cannot do anything without healthy body, and the same thing with the great spirit of a great sense of right and wrong. He or she cannot be a courageous person. Obviously, all other things will support body, mind, and spirit uh, will greatly support to your heart. That's all makes you a complete person, definitely. So, I'm in the last stage, just 5 minutes left. Uh, about This is the chart, this is the picture image I took from that book, The Eighth Habit, and where our mental intelligence, physical intelligence, spiritual intelligence, and emotional intelligence, that makes a person, a complete person. But we were focusing on this only, because that leads to the emotional intelligence, and our passion speaks out when we follow our heart. So there are so many software and methods in the market, on the internet, and many books also suggesting how you can find your real passion. Uh, there are many techniques you can follow. I leave on you what type of things you can do. But um, you can go on an app store on your phone, Android or Apple, or any media you are using. and you can find how to identify my natural talent or natural passion, and that you will be able to find. But whatever you need to focus these things, this, to be optimistic, to be synergistic, to be a courageous person, you are an empathetic person, fearless person, challenging person, what makes you motivating, what makes you laugh, are you people oriented, what things make you laugh, what makes you influential. These are all your natural passion, and that's you need to work on this. And there are so many other things. And based on this, if you choose what you want to become in a professional life, that will give you height of professional success. Why people fail in their professional life? Because that aspect is hidden in their life. Because what they are doing, what sort of job, no matter in a good companies they are working, they will be um, they will be kicked out from that company because you are not contributing in that company, because they hired you based on your superficial character. They thought that you will be proven a good manager in let's say production department, but actually your interests were something else, and they need a manager in a production department who are very operational active, but you are actually something else. That's why they will kick out you. Or after 2 3 4 years you will feel disempowered type of feeling, and you will resign from that company if they will not kick out you. So that's happening everywhere. And that's why downsizing is very much happening in all companies. Many companies, they downsize people not only because of their financial reason that they cannot pay to the employees, but also there's certain type of people in their company, they are not contributing what they were expecting, and they found that actually they are not suitable for their company or their department. So then they give them a resignation. They try to force them to resign, or whether they will kick out them from their organization. They don't want to waste their time and money on these employees. And the same thing with the relationship happening. The husband and wife, if they are not passionate about their vision, about their family life or family vision, so one of the either way they will try to avoid other, and hence the result will be in a divorce, or um, or something happens. If they have a children, then the all things and negative impact upon will be there on children or upon their themselves as well. Because obviously the relationship when breaks, uh, no matter you how much you are strong, it will impact on your spiritual or physical or mental life. Oh, so that's the things how it's going on if you living your life without passion. So um, that's the emotional intelligence we covered related to passion, who I am, and we try to understand how important is to follow our heart, how important is to become a courageous, to be straightforwardness, what we are. And rather than to portray our outer image is different or inner image is different in our eye or in others people eye, rather than to follow the social mirror, we need to be strict about to follow one type of person who I am. And that's why we need to be very successful what we are trying to portrait other or upon ourselves as well. We have our own self-image, but we deceive ourselves, unfortunately. Even we know that we are not good at it is my fault, but still my mind is saying, no, it is not your fault. I know that you were compelled. I know that why you did this. I know that. So your mind will continuously deceiving you, but your inner voice from your conscious will let you know, no, you were wrong. Because, and still you are not listening, you're this conscious. That's why you will not be happy at all. Because you are not courageous to take the powerful and strong step in your life to change yourself and to change your family life and to change your professional life. And hence, the whole society will influence negatively or positively accordingly. So that's it. If anybody has a question, please feel free to ask me. And I hope that that has given you a sense of who I am. Oh, obviously, that's not over time, quick exercise like a maths 1 + 1 is equal to 2. That's very subjective. It's a mind-blowing thing. You have to sit and work on yourself, who you are good at, and how you need to find these things. So as a coach, I help other people as well to find uh, their natural talent, their natural passion, so that they can live a happy life. And people are very successful if they do this. Like myself, when I found who I am good at, and I developed my own natural talent and my own passion, then uh, it was, then I'm very different what I was. And that's happened with every person who are in any stage of their life. So please ask any question if you have. All right. Thank you very much. And I will continue this series um, of subject who I am and discovering ourselves and finding the voice in the next part 4. So this is a part 3. So if you want, if you want to read, um, yeah, I got the to questions. I got some chat from somewhere. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. I'm looking forward for next week to see you, and we will uh, throw light on some other dimension of the subject who I am, and please feel free to spread to and invite your friend and family for this group coaching session, and invite other to join our YouTube channel. Subscribe. I'm trying to build a community of same like people where we can share and I can contribute in somehow positively in any dimension of your life. And you are very welcome to contact me. Um, this is my details, my email address, and my coaching business website, and the link for my YouTube channel as well. Thank you very much, and see you next week with a different dimension of who I am. Thank you. Bye-bye.